It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Detroit Lions. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in week 4. Escaping a tackle at the 25. It takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Throwing right away is Williams. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
That's a good start to the ball game. Maybe a little bit of a tone setter offensive. They come out throwing right away, and it's an early completion and a quick first down.
What is up? Vegas, Vegas!
They go here with a former Lion, DeAndre Swift. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. You talk about this Lions defense. They enter play here number 11, just outside the top 10 in the league in stopping the run.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
Looking to throw is Williams. That's complete. Luther Burden. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
What is it? Vegas, Vegas!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's to the right side, caught by Burden. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Williams looking to do it himself. He'll get that complete to his Tyrone Connect. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 28. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh 7 downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football. If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
32, 32.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
To throw, Williams. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And his kick here is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Hey! Come on.
They start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
This defense for the Bears, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for them to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for them to escape the pocket and run.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
70 Timberwolves.
Here's the former Bear. This is David Montgomery.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Back to throw here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want to feel like it's the end of the world either.
Still going inside the 20.
Touchdown, Detroit!
Jahmyr Gibbs, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to answer answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign.
Now for the point after. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
29-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, something like that neighborhood.
Brings up second and a yard.
From the 38 now, here's second down and 1.
Ready to run.
Throwing is Williams. Goes with the out route and completes it to Swift.
He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10. Down at the 33.
To the air, Williams. A pass complete to Adunze.
Gave a glimpse of his power, but not a whole lot of space. Down at the 30.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 7.
At the 30-yard line.
To throw, it's Williams. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. You talk about this Lions defense.
They enter play here number 11, just outside the top 10 in the league in stopping the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Vegas!
To throw once more, here's Williams. That is caught. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Bears.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, first and 10.
Moore, the man in motion.
Here's Williams. Pass complete to Moore. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down. Here now, second and 4. In motion, the tight end. Throwing again here, Williams. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick. And the Lions are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Unlock line, unlock line.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line.
It's now 3rd and 13.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. He's got him in, complete. And all the way to the opposite 49-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 49 yards.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Okay, break.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Cougar 19.
Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. The Lions at 2-1 now to start the campaign. They were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
2nd and 11. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Cougar 19, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Panther 11, Panther 11.
They'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
And I believe that that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
Ready?
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Get up. Reload. Reload. Ready?
They'll try and sneak it here. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
But when it's 4th and inches, shouldn't you pick up the 1st down? I mean, shouldn't you go for it? I mean, if you can't get inches, right? Why are you playing?
And on inches, that's your favorite play, right? Don't mess with handing it off. Just go ahead and get the surge and go right up the gut.
Exactly. Create that. Just a little bit of space should get it done. You're almost able to take the snap, just fall down and pick it up. They got it there.
Go.
Now this time he'll look to throw.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Tag. 60 by.
They'll set up a throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cup, 79 Broncos. Cup 19, Cup 19.
They'll drop to throw.
Well, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. .158 left to play till we hit halftime.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
15 yards there for number 15.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Williams.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Second and 10.
They'll look to throw again.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Vegas!
From the gun, here's Williams.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
There's a Darius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides. But sometimes,
and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Detroit. Quentin Johnston, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point safely through. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They'll look to throw here on first down. There's a short one caught by Loveland. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's downfield. He's got Loveland. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 36 yards on the play.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Williams going to sneak it.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears.
Caleb Williams.
As the first half is winding down. And the Bears are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Bears 10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down.
Check 50, check 2. Liking 18.
Back to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Get it! 70 Lions!
They'll throw now on the final play. And that's incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Cardinals.
The second half starts with a run by Gibbs. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here's second and 10.
Here we go, set. Cougar 19.
They'll set up to throw. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. When they have the football, and they'll set up shop at the 33-yard line. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they're just going to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
And we'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try to chip someone at the second level.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
That's good. We're up Bears. First down. A gain of 16 yards. And the Bears first down.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Looking to throw is Williams. And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly.
Close to London. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Bears have taken the lead here in this third quarter. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they turn that halftime deficit into a third quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
22-yard line.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22.
Let's go. Hey, smash. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 60 Mavericks. 60 Mavericks. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now they'll shift things around.
Dragon 60. Panther 11, Panther 11, Warriors 70.
Looking to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
79 Broncos. Come on. Top 70 Timberwolves. 18 Rodney. 18 Trap 60. Mustang 19. Let go.
Again, he'll drop the throw. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Two 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Panther 6, street. Viking 18. 19 light.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Go! Cougar 19. Ready?
Back to throw again. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Ready?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 35.
The 2nd-round pick leading this offense well. It'll be a 1st down.
Ready?
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready, ready?
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Ready?
This 2nd and 4.
Get it. 19, 18. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
Here we go. Cougar 19. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Go.
He'll look to throw.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there.
And they will score a pick 6 for Bears touchdown.
So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this 3rd quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football. And ultimately, could wind up costing him the ball game.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go.
They'll start things off with a give to Gibbs.
They find some open field here. And out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter.
And it's 79 Broncos. 60 Bison.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
Now a deep one for Johnston.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. It's a gain of 35.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the fourth quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
Okay, break.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Bronco 80. Dragon 60. Ready?
Now back to throw. And in for the Lions touchdown.
Quentin Johnston with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
To throw, Williams. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Roll, roll, roll. Go. Cowboy 80.
Quick throw here to Johnston.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Viking 18.
They're going to look to throw.
A short pass here taken in by Laporta. And brought down but not before they're inside the 25. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On first and 10, here's Gibbs. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Another run for Gibbs here. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 96 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. Gibbs on the toss left. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Got it. Ready?
Here's a second and 8.
Here we go. Set. 70 Timberwolves. Bronco switch. Bronco switch. Let go.
Running left, Montgomery. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. What can they draw up now? Time to find out on a 3rd and 8.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Dragon 60. Ready?
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. To the left side, he finds to slow. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now 1st and goal.
Here we go. Ready?
Montgomery going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Ready? Cougar 19.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. For the lead, here's 3rd and goal.
6, let's go now. 70 Lions.
He'll look to throw. Now he's going to step up and run to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Bates' kick is good. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now an audible here into something else.
Gain of 19 yards. First down, Bears.
Working out of it again on Williams. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Throwing is Williams. Over the middle, that's to Loveland, the tight end. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Chicago.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down. To throw, it's Williams. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Williams going to look to throw again. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. And they are able to spike it, cutting it close, but 2 seconds left on the clock. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. This from Tom Dempsey range here. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And that changes everything here in OT. And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there. So the Lions now, they'll get the first crack at things here in overtime as we are back underway. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they get the ball first here in this overtime period. Remember, even if they score a touchdown, it's not over. There's always a chance to go and score a touchdown the other way, but they can certainly get a leg up with a solid drive here. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that is incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Ready. Bronco 80. Check. Cup 19. 18, Rattler. 18, Pioneer. Ready.
And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. Over the middle and taken in by Laporta. The quick slam, good for a first down, a gain of 12. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
70 Timberwolves. Cougar 19.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throw left side, caught by Laporta. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive.
70 Lions. Ready. Hut. Mustang 19. Hut.
They'll look to throw here. He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance, you got to punt it, right?
That's definitely the first instinct because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
Here we go. 7-5, Viking, 18. Trap 50, trap 50.
Back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Let's begin by trying to get into the mind of the head coach. He's telling us he wants to win the game right now. That's why they went for it and got it on 4th down.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Warrior 70.
They'll look to throw again. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big first down here in OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that first down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league? Because he just gave you a good stat, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. That is caught by Laporta. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Let's go. Let's go.
Breaks through the contact. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. Here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
19.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line, given 2 on the play. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. Final minute of overtime. Remember, of course, no double overtime. So it's a tie if it ends like this. It's 2nd down.
60 Bison.
He'll look to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
19, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is a touchdown. That's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime. Extra point attempt to come here. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
That's the score. Lions 31, Bears 24.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Now a first throw here in overtime. And that is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw is Williams. Goes with the out route, completes it to Swift. And he will have a first down as he's out of bounds to stop the clock with 17 seconds to play.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
To the air, Williams. He's going to air one out. Well, that's going to be incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
To throw, Williams.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As soon as he leaped out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here's Williams.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
To throw once more, here's Williams.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it.
Picked up by Kirby Joseph. A lot more was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this. Everyone talks about playing each game the exact same way, but you and I both know that is not true. Division rivals, you want to take care of business not just at home, but against a team that you really don't like very much, too.
So for Detroit, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.